I thought I was perfect in the current, and then I found myself in the eddy line, and I just was getting worked. And then I was like drawn back into the current. I'm gonna be getting throttled in some whitewater, and these bad boys are just gonna be hanging tough. Boom. I've got a couple of pieces for a breakdown paddle, and I want to tape those in because otherwise it's just going to be flopping around in the back for 300 miles, and that's going to drive me crazy.
Well, I just put the burritos in. Here's my pizza ration and just general snacks.
We're going to put on and try to paddle all the way to the Snake River in one push. In 1995, John Barker and a couple of Idaho boys put on and tried to do the same trip. They kind of have left a legacy. That passion is still burning. So this is the year to try to do a 300-miler a day in 24 hours, or at least see what we can do. It will certainly be the most physically and mentally testing trip that I think that any of us have ever done.
And we'll paddle down like 10 or 12 miles to camp tonight, and then go in and start the adventure tomorrow morning early.
Why are you even out here in the first place? You're about to do 24 hours of ridiculous kayaking.
Because you asked me to go.
It's almost 5 a.m.
It's always for sure.
Yeah, I know. Frozen skirt. Did anybody bring a spoon?
I don't think I did bring one, man.
The wilderness is out there, just waiting for us to give it a go.
Pretty unique that we're able to paddle over 300 consecutive miles of free-flowing river. We're stopped at approximately mile 50 on the Middle Fork for a super quick break.
We can only do so much, but we just kind of have to give ourselves to this raucous river. Depends on the flow. The rivers are so dynamic. We are hoping should only take us 2 hours. It might take us 4 hours. We just hit the main salmon. A little bit slower than we thought. What can you do? Go with the flow.
We're moving, give or take, 10 to 11 miles an hour. We're hoping for 12. My back is sore. I got a couple of hot spots on my heels. Big blister on the thumb. Getting to the point where the grind really begins.
Your elbows start to hurt a little bit, or it's like weird points of contact in your hips. It kind of makes you ask why we're even out here.
Kind of hitting my first wall, major wall, I guess. See what you're physically and mentally capable of.
Lots of big rapids to come still. Should we just put the hammer down? Just hoping that we get there in light. And then darkness fell. That's a whole nother game. It's definitely a mental test. If we have a slip up, things can go bad really quickly. Even though we're all tired and our bones hurt and our bodies ache, we still have to be on point.
That was rowdy.
First time paddling at night. So far I would say it's mildly sketchy.
We just have to find those sweet spots where the canyon lines up with the moonlight. But you don't always get what you want.
I don't know if you can see, but I can't.
I was wondering if you could answer a question for me.
What do you got for me?
Why are we out here right now?
Just for silly moments like this. We've been on the water for how long?
I don't even know.
Kind of type 2 fun right now. Just had some caffeine, which seems to be kind of kicking in, which feels good.
This is an exercise in endurance.
I'm exhausted.
These are the moments.
I feel like everybody kind of takes turns hitting bottom. And then there's something that re-energizes the group. Oftentimes it's a stop. And if it's not that, it's an awesome rapid. Schmitty and Sam are going to be able to dig deep, and I'm sure I'll be able to join them.
This crew's pretty good about keeping morale high. I think that we were all the way up at over 6,000 feet this morning. It's pretty wild.
It's almost done.
I fell asleep in my boat for a second. Are you serious?
We just went through, I think they call it an oxbow or something, where the river takes forever to go anywhere. Super annoying.
The projections were to be somewhere in the realm of 70,000 CFS, I believe, which is crazy to think about because we started out with about 500 CFS.
We're really hoping for an easy line. One of the more frustrating portages. Pretty brutal. We came here hoping that this was going to be our last little go. And then of course it was like one of the biggest rapids I've ever seen.
I am so fired up to be at the confluence of the two largest bodies of water in Idaho, dumping in together to make over 100,000 CFS.
It's definitely something that will connect Sam and Schmitty and I. We all had to dig deep to make it work.
One of the more mentally challenging trips I've ever done.
We're sunburned, we're windburned, we're sleepy, we're hungry, we're thirsty, and we're stoked.